Greetings, YouTubers. So, yesterday's events kind of kept me up all night, so running on a little bit of a sleep deprivation this morning. I'm back in the parking spot up here behind my dad's house, and it's not ideal. I can't get to Pod 2 to build it out the way that I would like to. But there's other stuff that I can do inside, so that's what I'm going to do. I've got, these doors to make in my shelves. My hinges came in yesterday afternoon, so that was good. And I've got the bathroom to do. I think I'm going to use the materials that I purchased for Pod 2 to get the bathroom done, and then I think that we'll be in a spot where, she's not totally seaworthy yet, but close enough. I think we can probably make a go of it. Have a place to sleep, keep the rain off of our heads, maybe. We've got rain in the forecast for Thursday of next week, I think. Right now the temperatures are pretty good just about everywhere that I've looked at. I was thinking of going down into the high desert behind the San Bernardino Mountains, somewhere in the Adelanto area. I used to go camping at El Mirage Dry Lake all the time. Back when it was free, you could just drive out there and park anywhere you wanted, and get your motorcycles out, and that was great. It was primitive camping, but hey, it worked for us. But you can't do that anymore at El Mirage. You have to pay pretty substantial too. It's like $15 a vehicle or something, or I forget. So anyway, today I'm going to work on the doors, and if I get some progress done there sufficient, then I'll probably switch over to the potty area, which is up front here, and get to working on that, so we have a little place for some privacy. And then I've got a parking spot until Monday. The circumstances are that these are cabins up in the mountains, so there's not a whole lot of space, and it's kind of at a premium. And I've been parking back down on the cul-de-sac. Well, the woman that chased me out yesterday doesn't want me to park my car down there either, so I don't have a place to put my car. Right now, my dad's wife is down the hill taking care of some personal business, so I've got a parking space for the car until Monday, sometime Monday. So I've got today and the weekend to make as much progress as I can here, and then I think we're probably going to try and hit the road on Monday. It's not ideal, but I think it'll do. Maybe this is the push that I needed to kind of make this step out and get going. And then, I'll be fairly close to Hesperia, Victorville area, and I can make treks into town to get wood and supplies. Probably pay less for it. I've been buying it up here in Rim Forest, and for a little tiny place. Well, I guess it's not all that tiny. They're actually kind of spread out across the whole street, but they've got pretty good supply of materials and things, so I've been able to get what I needed to get things done. So, all right, I'm going to quit yakking here. So the plan today is, in my haste yesterday, I was pretty worked up. I don't know if you could tell, but I don't really show my emotions that much. But I was really upset, and in my haste to appease the folks down at the cul-de-sac, I pulled out with my stabilizer jacks down and tore them out, bent them up. So I don't think that they're repairable. I'm going to look at that today. So I've got stabilizer jacks to look at, the doors. I want to get these at least done and hinged, and then maybe start on the next set somewhere in here and get those done, and then later today or tomorrow start working on the potty and get that all situated, and then hit the road on Monday. Scary. All right. So let's get started, and I'll try and do what I did the other day and just get little snippets of things that I'm doing and kind of show you what my plans are, and we'll go from there. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do today is get this ugly grumpy door that I made the other day, and I don't like it. It's ugly. It's not going to match everything else, but I don't want to waste it. So I'm going to go ahead and put that up. It's going to go up here. So that'll be our first step. I got these little 2-inch long hinges to put all my doors up. I'll probably put 3 on each door. From China, 45 cents a piece. Better than $2, right? Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've installed one hinge, and I just wanted to see how it was going to work. I pre-drilled them with a 1/16 inch drill. These are small little finishing wood screws, and I think that'll work fine. So I'm going to go ahead and get the other 2 here done, and then we'll put it up on the cabinet. Okay, I've set this drill depth in the drill chuck so that this length is shorter than it would be to go through this entire piece of wood. It's a little bit shorter than the screw length, so it'll give the screws some room to go in without splitting the wood, but leave it tight enough so that those teeth can grip and not go through the other piece of wood. Okay, like like everything else that I do, I'm going to put a little drop of Gorilla Glue on these screws just to kind of ensure that they hold well. So I just put a little drop on. That's it. Use a little paper towel to get up the excess glue here. Okay, got all 3 hinges on. Gonna hang it up and see how it works. Okay, gotta come up with another plan. Okay, so the solution was to make an extension so that I can reach up in there. It's kind of close quarters next to that roof, and I couldn't get my hand and the drill in there at the same time to get things started. The other thing I did was I pre-drilled those holes so I could actually get the screw started, then come in with this and drive it in the rest of the way. Okay, get these other two hinges drilled up and screwed up, and then we'll give her a test. Okay. Yeah. This will probably be the only door that's going to be like this. The rest of them are going to be a little bit different. The next step I'm going to do is try and identify where these 2x2s are so that I can cut these doors out and get those hinged. Okay, YouTubers, another segment in the saga of me being summarily evicted from the cul-de-sac. One of my dad's neighbors kindly offered a very spacious spot for me to park the trailer and get it finished. So, I'm kind of having mixed emotions about it. I was kind of mentally prepared to pack up and leave on Monday and head out to the high desert and, just kind of orbit around some towns where I could get wood and stuff and just finish it out there. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't nice to have the convenience of, a hardware store a mile and a half from where I'm working, and a hot shower and all of the comforts that come, with being in a house, laundry facilities. So I expressed how grateful I was to my dad's neighbor, and did a little work for him to kind of clear the space a little bit. He's got some demolition debris and stuff that was kind of filling the spot, so I had to kind of clear it up a little bit. But man, I was happy to do that. So anyway, my dad's neighbor has restored once again my faith in humanity. So looks like I'll be here at least for the next couple of weeks while I get Pod 2 done. Pod 2 happens to be on the outboard side now, so as far as the road orientation is going, so now I can get Pod 2 open and flat and square. I've got room to work. I've got everything I need to finish. So anyway, I'm going to get back on the hinges, and I'll show you what I'm going to do on those. Okay, so here's the door that I made. This is not going to match everything else. I don't really care. Well, I do care, but for right now, I don't. I need to get moving, so I'm going to leave this. I didn't want to waste the material, and we've got a way to get in and keep things closed. So the goal now is to locate where these 2x2s are behind this piece of plywood. I've got a hint where these screws are and everything, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go from the inside and drill out in each corner, and then get my jigsaw out and then cut. So this piece will come out, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do after that. So you get the idea. Plugged into my solar, my power inverter. Yep. Okay, I'll spray you the rest of this noise and get it done and show you when I'm finished. Okay, door 2. Okay, so the screws that I'm using are a little bit longer than this 1/4-inch plywood that I'm using for my doors. So what I've done is cut some little backing blocks to go behind here with the ever popular Gorilla Glue, and drilled through and used them as a spacer to give me a little more thickness here to hold these screws. I guess the option could be to go and get shorter screws, but I think this thin material wouldn't be strong enough, so I prefer to have the length and a little more mass here to kind of hold the, the forces of opening this door open and closed all the time. So anyway, that's what's going on, and I'll show you when I get that done. And so what I'm going to do is, I've already drilled one hole in place. You can see where I've marked where the screws are going to go, and I've already drilled one hole. And I'm going to go ahead and put the screw and the hinge in place with a little bit of Gorilla Glue on this surface here to hold that securely, and then I'll drill these other two on the left and right of center. Door number 2. Okay, so working on door number 2 still. I wasn't really concerned about these jagged edges because there's going to be trim that goes over this to prevent the door from going in too far that direction. So there'll be, some trim that runs along here and along here, and it'll look better than it does now. And then along the bottom I'll notch out for these hinges and stuff. And then the other thing that I've done is I've put a little stop here and here to kind of make a positive place for this door to back up against. Now I'm trying to work out an idea for a latching mechanism, something to hold this door up. So that's what I'm working on and thinking about at the moment. Greetings, YouTubers. It's been a while since I've been out in the Hyundai to do a video log. I just thought it'd be quieter out here, and so I just stepped outside to kind of recap the day. Not a real productive day. Well, I don't know, I guess it depends on how you look at it. I've been busy all morning, all day. Slept horrible last night. I mean, I just kept going over, the
incident yesterday of getting booted out of the cul-de-sac, and you know, how great, you know, to have somebody come up to you and say, hey man, you know, you can have this spot here, let me move my truck and you can back in here and finish your trailer. You know, that's the way the world ought to be, and I'm going to be forever grateful for my dad's neighbor stepping up to the plate like this and giving me a place to finish out the trailer. So I took a lot of time doing that. I had to move some rocks and stuff to kind of get in there, and then, you know, there's a bunch of clips here that I'm going to string together that you've already seen probably by this point, of the door build, which isn't going as well as I would like it to. I got my dad to come out and take a look at it and give me some pointers and stuff, so I don't think it'll improve. It'll work. It'll get the job done. And I think that I'll probably, you know, do some things that'll make it look better than it does right now. But at the moment, it looks pretty trashy. So also kind of new is, so my daughter has an option to head back to Greeley if she wants. She's kind of in the decision-making process right now. I had a kind of a long talk with her a little while ago, and she's got her head on straight, man. She pulled up the pros and cons of both of her decisions, and you know, she boiled it down to two decisions, and then weighed the advantages and disadvantages of both. Real good thinking for her, so I'm proud of her for that, and I think she'll probably make a good choice. So I may end up on the road alone, which is okay. I mean, I'm okay alone. I'm actually a very reclusive, antisocial, introverted kind of a guy. In spite of all of the the evidence to the contrary, I mean, there's an awful lot going on around me, and you know, sticking my face out on YouTube. I mean, yeah, that's the kind of thing an introvert does. But I am an introvert. I mean, I've learned over a lifetime how to be different than an introvert, or I'd still be in a closet somewhere, and so I've learned how to deal with it and be extroverted in appearance when I'm really an introvert by nature. Takes energy for me, though. At the end of the day, you know, like if I go to parties or places where there's a lot of conversation going on, that kind of thing, and I'm wrung out at the end of the day. Emotionally, it depletes me, and I need downtime, alone time to kind of plug in and recharge and regroup. And sometimes it takes days. So anyway, I'm okay alone if that's the choice that she wants to make. I mean, the option that she has, the opportunity that she has, is a good one, and you know, I wouldn't begrudge her, you know, taking advantage of it. There's some things that she stands to be able to build into her own life by doing it. There's some things that she stands to be able to build into her own life by coming with me as well. I mean, this is an adventure of a lifetime for somebody her age, and you know, she doesn't have to. I'll have enough resource, I think, to be able to support both of us. We're gonna have to live frugally. I mean, I'm not making a whole ton of money here. Trust me on that. I mean, there's people out there on these YouTube channel making a lot more money than I am. I know, maybe I need to do that. Maybe I just need to start looking at ways to monetize. Well, I've got to have an audience first, I think. You know, I am very appreciative of the 42 subscribers that I have, and thank you all very, very much for indulging me on this weird and wonderful medium. But at the same time, you know, it takes like 100,000 subscribers or more to really see any kind of fruit from what do they call it? Monetizing your channel, selling advertising, that kind of thing. So those are the updates for today. Got the 2 doors that you saw. Got the trailer moved. I still need to fix those stabilization jacks. Man, I can't believe I didn't pull those up. And you know, I told myself over and over again, every time I lifted those things up, someday I'm going to forget these. You know you're going to forget these one day. Sure enough. But it is what it is. I'm surprised there's not a better design to kind of, allow for that contingency. It's got to be something that's pretty common. I mean, I noticed it right away that was going to be a fail point for me, and I did. I lived up to my expectations. So I'm tired again. I'm wore out because of lack of sleep last night. Hopefully I'll sleep better tonight. But I just wanted to get closing day up here and get this video into processing so that I can get it posted before I drift off to sleep tonight. So bless you guys. Again, thank you for all of your comments and subscriptions and suggestions and complaints and flipping me off and whatever else you want to do. After dealing with the whole cul-de-sac thing yesterday, I feel like I can take on anything. I was weird, man. I almost recorded it. I had my camera out there. I was getting ready to record that hinge thing. That's where I stopped. The camera was on, and somebody pulled up, and I turned off the camera and looked over and smiled, said howdy, and then all of a sudden they came out blasting. Oh, wow, man. Anyway, I don't want to belabor that, but I'm past it, and on to bigger and better things. So I hope there's something to gain out of the video that I'm presenting to you today. And if not, then maybe I'll do a better job tomorrow. So we'll see you then. Later.